Right now I'm waiting for Beeper.
So did you know you could use Python with Substance Painter?
I did not know, but if it's possible, then we can create a bunch of crazy stuff with add-ons and Blender and Substance. Kind of combine both of them up in there.
It's possible.
I'm assuming
It's
Maya also uses Python. I think everything, doesn't it? I think Maya also uses Python.
I think like all software have a Python option.
I think every single, yeah, all like 3D softwares I think use Python. I think
Houdini has a Python thing where you can create tools.
Yeah.
DaVinci Resolve has a Python thing
Yeah.
too,
I guess just Python is like very easy to use.
Yeah. You can kind of put it to the end user, kind of technical artist at the end.
Yeah. Where's... Waiting for a few people. What the hell is going on?
No one joins today.
I mean, it's a very basic topic, so no wonder.
Nice.
I'm willing to learn.
No, it's fine. Because like I'm currently going to like, I'm doing like quote unquote a course. I'm doing like modeling, so you can understand first, and then topology, which was last week. I'm pretty sure it was to like correct any issues that you may have from modeling, and then then materials, as to how to like apply materials, and then how to create your own textures, and then so on and so forth.
Is it a university course or something?
It's a what, Sion?
Is it a university course?
No, it's just I made a plan of like I think 5 weeks or 6, where I'm teaching every week something that goes like in order. Yeah, it's like 1 week apart, so like they kind of like consume it and then use it, and then the next lesson just kind of like touches up on something that might help them proceed with what they learned last week, and just something like that. But no, yeah, because right now they just touched on modeling. They still haven't touched like textures or shaders. And Bad, why are you like moaning so much?
Oh, I didn't know I was doing that.
You sigh so much, right? Okay. What's up, Scar? I'm recording, by the way. What would I teach next week? So next week, hold up, I gotta check once again. So let me see. Lectures. Bro, I get lost in my own thing. Okay, there you go. So about my class, there you go. So here I have, so week 5 would be procedural texturing and UV unwrapping basics. So it's kind of like, what are some rules to UV unwrap? How would you do like the UV mapping and all that stuff? Some add-ons that help you UV map as well. Those certain stuff, and then creating textures alongside the UV and all that stuff. That would be week 5, so that would be the next week. And then after that would be like basic rigging and like weight painting. So once you have like a whole weapon or a character already like UV unwrapped or already textured and all that stuff, you can head into understanding how rig works and how to correctly weight paint it. So automatic UV mapping or UV unwrapping is not the best. It's not the greatest. I'll give you that. It's not the greatest. It looks very funky. Hello, Annie. How you doing?
Hey, sorry.
Oh,
I'm just listening in.
Totally fine. You came here for the lecture?
Yeah, I'm just curious about using Blender and stuff, so I just was gonna listen in and just see what everything was about.
Got it. Do you have like an overall understanding on Blender, or are you like right now getting started, or like what's up?
I've recently done some tutorials, so I have like a general understanding of the basics.
Okay. Because right now I'm just like touching on basic materials and a few resources that you could use. I don't know if you'd be interested into that, or are you like looking more for modeling type of stuff? What exactly are you looking for?
Everything and all. I'm just kind of here just to kind of like listen in. I'm also curious about this community and just kind of seeing like what lectures are and stuff too. So
Got it. And then we
I'm
can
just
get
kind of
started.
gonna be a fly on the wall, if that's okay.
No, that's totally fine. That's totally fine.
Awesome.
So then I'll get started. I was just waiting for people. There's, I don't know if Sion is here just to be here, or, well, Bat is, but Sion, 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 I know you know your stuff. Please, what's up, man? What's up, dude? Scar, you also know your stuff. I'm here to see if I could learn something new. Okay, might as well, right? Might as well. Okay. Then, do you have Blender open, Annie? New stuff? Yeah, sure.
Not currently.
Okay.
Just published something on Roblox, actually, really quick.
Okay. Take your time. Take your time. Honestly, you're like the only one in this classroom so far. Scar and Sion and Bad is just here for support, I'm assuming.
Woo!
Woo!
Go Blender!
Let's go! So no, yeah, just take your time. I'm recording this, by the way, just so you know. Some people that are not able to attend, sometimes they're some other time zone, you know, that gets hectic. So I'm recording that. Meanwhile, we are killing tonight. That's what my cousin says. We are killing tonight. We are killing. Bro, he's goofy.
I'm
What's
just
that
happy
add-on?
you're happy.
Appreciate it.
Oh shit in chat.
What did you say, Zion?
What's that add-on?
Which
free
Auto
UV, auto UV.
Let me see. I've not seen this one before. We could give it a check. Let me start screen sharing. Annie, just tell me once you're ready, and I'll.
It's bad. Oh, never mind then.
It just blatantly said it's terrible. Okay.
I mean, on the image, they perfectly unwrapped this Suzanne. Kinda.
So yeah, I'm ready whenever you are. I'm just gonna be kind of watching. I'm not gonna be too hands-on, sorry.
Okay. Just watching. Okay. Let me then set up a few things beforehand. Tools downloaded, and UV packer. That's one. And then last one, it would be the UV squares. Okay. There's gonna be some add-ons that really help. Some of them are costly, other ones not really. Let me see. And then I think last one would be what? Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, UV squares. So I got one from GitHub, and then UV. Have you heard of UV packers? UV packer, before?
UV Pack Master. Oh, UV Packer.
I don't know about master, but this one like packs the UVs like totally free. Like you can get like the software. You download it, you then put it with an add-on, and then it just runs the software with Blender. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Okay. So basic materials. Okay. So okay, I need to like know how far in you know any. That's one. That's one. Cuz you can go over here, materials. You can create one over here, create a new one. And
I've made meshes and kind of put them together. I've gone into like object editing and done like loop cuts and stuff like that to build. I'm like in the first tutorial, they're like making a dude and a monster, and I'm in the monster phase now building it.
Okay, so you've not touched like materials at all. You've not like created a new one. Not.
I've made color materials. I think it was. I think that's what it showed us.
Right, and you
like we went in and we changed the materials of the objects that I put in.
Do you like change like the materials on the faces? Do you know how to do that?
Not individual faces, but like the whole thing.
The whole object. Okay. Okay then. Okay.
Yeah.
That helps. Okay, so okay, let's get started with the materials right now. I created a new material. You can actually create two, and I'm gonna show you a nice little trick. You can set. Let me set this one to red. You can set different individual faces to be certain materials. For example, this one. Ooh. Am I crashing? Okay, interesting. So there you go. You can set one to like one set of faces and the other one to another set of faces. This is if you want to create like very low poly objects or characters, and you want to like set like a certain color to one thing, certain color to another. These can later on be baked as well into a texture. So this is how usually we do the material choosing, whatever, whatever. Colors. So this is like very basic down how to assign materials into different faces with the same object. Yeah.
And you're just in the face mode, right? Because you can select a face and then you just change the material on it.
Yeah, so you just like select the
Okay.
face, select which material you want, click on assign, it will just boom. This also allows you to, if you select the materials and click select, it will select all the faces that were added to that material. Yeah. Okay, so that's pretty much it on how to select and set materials. Now for a few things that's like very basic on setting them. Now I'm thinking, all right, so now that these are set, we can also, instead of just using a base color, we can add metallic, which would be, hold up, let me turn this one up and add this here. Do you know how like each component works in a shader, like metallic, roughness, all that's all the stuffs?
That kind of makes sense, yeah.
Okay.
Like it's kind of like self-explanatory.
Let me see. So just to give you like a very like simple overview, each of the components go from 0 to 1. Which
yeah, I do remember this part actually.
So yeah, each of them go to
Yeah.
0 to 1, saying how much of what is something, and based on that, you can just set how metallic it is, how it reacts with lighting, how rough, the roughness of it, how rough it is. This also includes the other components such as like subsurface. Subsurface is like how many bounces like the light goes into the object and then bounces out. Similar to how you see your finger when you like point a light to it, it kind of like shows a bit like red because the light is kind of like bouncing into your skin and then just goes out. It's kind of like jelly type of thing. Jelly does use a lot of subsurface. It's just things that traps light in. Okay, Xeon is just chatting. Let me put this on over there. Okay, cool. So yeah, then sheen, that's some other stuff. Coding, that's a bit more complex onto what it is. Emission's pretty straightforward. But yeah, so all of them goes from 0 to 1. And textures, for example, have you heard of metal maps, metalness maps, or roughness maps, all those stuff?
No.
Okay, so let me show you a little example. Let me get you a texture list. Okay, so here, let me just give it to you as well. On the VC chat, there's a link to the resources. Here, you can get like multiple textures from different websites. It's totally free. But I'm trying to look for one exactly. Okay, free PBR. So this one, PBR, consists of like different maps with metalness, roughness, all those certain things. And you remember how we said that it goes from 0 to a 1, right?
Yeah.
So, the maps have a black and white like texture that sets where exactly would be like, okay, let's say it's a metalness. It would set based on the white spot being 1 and black being 0, how metallic that section is. I'll show you a little example here. Let me download a heavily rusted metal map here on Blender if it allows me to download it. Whoa. Okay, let me just extract here real quick. Okay, so here, metallic. This is what I was speaking of. So as you can see, the white being 1 and black being 0, it sets this being the most metallic part and this being the less metallic part. So these textures, especially grunges, really help with either roughness, metallic, to make it look a bit more realistic, rather than being totally black, totally white, to set it metallic as this one is, because this one is just 1 and 0. So if we bring this in, for example, and we set it to metallic, so you can see it already. Whoa, what the heck? Give me a second, I'm gonna UV unwrap it. Let me smart UV unwrap it, just for now. Don't do this, smart UV unwrapping sucks, but as you can see, that's the metallic of it. It gives it some texture already. You can also set the albedo, which would be the base color. Also, if I'm going too fast, please tell me. This would be the albedo, which is just the color. And if you put in the roughness into the roughness here, it also sets it in. But what happens if you want to like change the intensity? You know, have you ever used shader nodes before?
That's fine. Maybe just take over.
No.
Okay, okay. So you can add a color ramp to one of these shaders. I mean, one of these textures. Pass it through,
That's your choice.
and as you can see here, you can set how the intensity is, like how hard the metalness or roughness is out of the texture, and you can just put it into the metallic and just kind of control it. It's pretty neat. You can also try to bake these textures back into these images. It's gonna be a bit more tedious to do because, yeah, baking is another world. Let's see. So what are you doing right now? I just want to see how I could help. So yeah, this is like very based down, adding textures, kind of controlling them as well. What do you think, Annie? Hello.
Yeah, sorry. I really honestly just popped in to just sit and watch. I didn't really. I have a lot going on right now. I can't interact as much as.
Okay.
I'm very sorry about that.
Okay, no, that's totally fine. Thing is that right now, you're the only one.
Is there something like you've been working on that you just want to like kind of go in and explain what you're doing as you go in it? Because honestly, I'm just trying to get more familiar with
Okay.
what Blender is even capable of doing, right?
Okay,
And
that's
I'm really new.
that's way better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Okay, so like more complex stuff you're saying, just something that I'm excited about, or
Yeah, really anything, and just like if you just want to explain like your process and your steps and stuff, like that would be really helpful for me to see even like that kind of stuff.
Totally. Okay.
Oh wow.
So this is one of my like favorite characters that I created once. Let me see if I can get everything set. It's a very like simplistic style character, but it's like fully 3D, and I just kind of like went for the idea or the concept of making it 100% look like 2D. You'll see in a bit. I'm trying. I forgot where it is. Hold on. Okay, so I gotta turn this one off. Extras. So yeah, this is the actual reference. Let me see if I can get it just from my ArtStation, because like Blender is not helping me. I forgot where everything is. Where's the white plane? Oh, there it is. Okay. And then where's my... I had... Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. Yeah, oof. That took a while. And then turn off the wireframe. Okay. And then turn off the extras. Okay. So look at this. This, I wanted it to look like it was a complete drawing without like letting people know that it was actually 3D, because as you can clearly tell, it is 3D. What helps it is the overall like pencil drawing from the grease pencil. I'm not gonna lie, yeah, it does help. But like the textures themselves was a big, like very big what's it called, like help to make it 2D. I guess, yeah, you can add a simple base color, but there were things that I wanted to react. For example, this gold little effect of rays when you follow with the hold up, I'm checking chat. Turn dark mode on. What? Okay, anyways, these little rays that follow the camera, this was actually super tough to do. So here's the little shader nodes. Let me find the golden thing. So if I remember correctly, I did, oh yeah, I did a tangent. If not wrong, it's like the position of the ooh. Okay, yeah. So the position of the object, and then I put it with a dot product of a reflection, which is just like how the camera it's kind of how it reflects with the camera position. And then the dot product is kind of like a in between between both of them. Yeah. And then what I did is that based on that position, I created a wave texture that looks like this, and I just made it like very simplistic. And then I created two. I created a small one, a big one, to create these two, right? I would subtract them to just make it like a more organic one rather than like a very symmetric ray. I wanted a few to look a bit bigger than the other. I would invert the color, set it to mix, and then here I had my base color. Then combined it with the overall diffuse. And lastly, I combined it with a Fresnel, which is just another lighting thing of how it reflects with the camera. Fresnel is very used for like water shaders. I need to see something how to explain it, because it's this thing. It's I need to research more about it to explain it. I cannot give like a full-on explanation on it, but it is very used for like lightings, water shaders. Then I made it like a very simplistic cartoon shader, combined those in to make these like outlines, and then that would make the entirety of that singular shader, which looks very simple, but it was a pain in my brain to process, and I had to just kind of plan out what are the things that I needed. I was like, okay, so it has to follow the camera, so it has to be some sort of reflection type of thing, right? And it makes sense, it's a reflection, right? And then I was like, okay, I need to make it a certain... What is this? What is this YouTube music? Hold up. Let me lower it, because it's going like... Okay, anyways. So, I need to make like a certain wave line texture to follow that. And... yeah, no, you did make the belt dots. So, Scar helped me with these dots, which... it's all procedural. I would have made it in like Substance Painter. It would have been 20 times faster. I'm not gonna lie to you. But no, yeah, you can like customize the direction that it goes, and it's just pretty incredible. You can add and increase the size of each. This is like one singular component as to the whole thing. The shaders were like a very big thing for me. They're incredible. This was like one of my beginning like journeys to enter into a more complex shader concept. Let me see if I can find it. But no, yeah, this one, pain. This is my current one. This is still work in progress. I really love stylized works. This one I use more Substance Painter alongside with some other shader work. Let me see lighting. So yeah, yeah. So playing with like shaders and how the light how it interacts with lighting is just super fun. Also, this depth that you can see from the inside is crazy. Like it's kind of like if it was like inside a cloud or some sort of galaxy, which was like the intent of this character, for him to be kind of like a galaxy on itself, or a like space. And yeah, so Blender you can make a lot of great things. You can animate, you can do a bunch of work with shaders, which is really interesting. Where is it? Materials, body. Why isn't it? I can't see it. Okay, there you go. So this is a slim snippet of the depth shader that does that. It just goes through multiple steps with multiple math nodes, and you can edit like the size of the stars. And yeah, it looks funky right now, and it's crashing because it's doing multiple steps to give it depth. And the more steps, obviously, the more depth there is. As you can see, the stars kind of like sparkle in and out because of that. And I'm still not done. I still want to add more. I want to add like more lighting effects with like similar to this one over here. Maybe like show it over here on his like broken wing, because it's not very noticeable. And yeah, I actually don't know how to do 2D art. So the characters that I do, well, this one I didn't create. This one was my cousin that drew it. This was the original concept. And there's also this small guy. I'll show you the small guy. The baby is just so funny. Okay. So this is the small guy. This is like the before his great transformation, I guess. Let it load. He's a little cute guy. Why isn't it loading? Come on, guys. Please load. But yeah, same concept. Stars, depth, little simple textures. All these textures that I did are fully procedural, so that means it's like created within Blender. They can be baked later on into a single texture, but I don't know if you like it. And look at this. The same effect that I did before in the golden one is on this sword. The same reflection effect. But no, yeah. So boom. Let me bring my lighting down. But no, yeah. Same old little concept guy to transform into this beast, essentially. And the sword is still not done. I had to like research a lot on wings to create his wing. I had to research a lot about how to do depth into it. Every time that I go into a character, I do a bunch of research before getting into it, and then I do a concept, follow in with the character, and work around as to how to get like make it look better. But no, yeah, sometimes the reference doesn't help as much because you're like, there's stuff missing, so you just keep on adding once you continue on with that. Let's see, do I go like over everything that I've done? I don't know if that helps as an example any. This is another guy. I really love this one. Face orientation. Look at the wireframe. Okay. This one was interesting to do. Really love the water ripples. How do you model legs? So for legs, you can go for. You gotta like look into anatomy, my guy. Yeah, so you gotta look into like you gotta look onto like real reference in order to make a robotic leg. So for example, like look at this. Let me see. I think I prefer looking at with proportions. It's like having guides really help. There you go. So okay, so you follow along with the lines on. You can kind of like compare them with the arm and such, and the wrists. No, yeah, these really help. Following the reference and some of the proportion rules. I don't know all of the proportion rules. I kind of like just eyeball it, but having a reference of how the proportions work really help. And if you're gonna create like a certain robotic leg, you gotta follow the same proportions but just make it robotic, which would be breaking things apart, looking at like, I don't know how toys work and mechanisms would combine. For example, like what's it called? Let me look at a robotic leg real quick. So like artificial joints, bunch of screws and shit. I don't know. I actually like make the knee shit work. Some I've seen like for the people that make robotic things, they are crazy. They just understand things and they just make it work, which is it's just amazing. This is why I don't enter into sci-fi, because they're just too pro. But you just gotta give it some sort of sense. For example, this is gonna move this way, so it needs space for it to move that way. For example, this one follows just like a normal human leg. It has the knee, it has the top, I forgot this part, the calf, whatever, and the foot. It has a spring because, well, if you jump and all that stuff, it has to receive that impact. And then this has to like bend, so that's why it has like this some sort of like joint. It looks like a knee. And yeah, as long as it like resembles a leg in functionality, you'll be fine. Even if it looks like how to explain it, like if it doesn't 100% work IRL in mechanism, but it looks like it would work, then you're good. Which one? This one? I could send it. I think it's this one that you meant. Really helps. Okay, there you go. But no, yeah. Okay. So this one, some other components on how they can be used. This one I use a lot of components and shaders and materials. This is crazy. This one I loved because it had the water ripples. The water ripples are just amazing. It just detected where each of the objects were, and it would just make based on that position a wave texture. Let me just show you here. So here it gets, let me see, here it gets the color attribute, which is the location of each of the objects that I want ripples on. And let me see here, and then it would just do a wave texture on it, as you can see here, bloop bloop, based on that location. And I would just simplify it into these ripples. And then I think this one was a certain texture to break the ripples. Instead of just having these ripples in, I wanted like something that would break it. I think these should have moved a bit more rather than just having them like there and still. But yeah. Animation was tough on this one. I didn't know how to animate by this time. But the face expressions were kind of interesting. That I loved. Fully made with textures once again. I also animated them using the same shader nodes. I could animate them just switching a few things with positions and little controllers here. And I had more controllers here as well to like scale the mouth. So yeah, those were my controllers. Just general texture, like shader nodes, which is all procedural, very funky. It's funny. I love it. And then a little sphere. It's just funny. The gradients is an image that I created. Same for the trees. The trees all procedural as well. So I could scale this up and it would just accommodate. You see, boom. Don't know what that's happening. Probably I'm not the greatest at shaders. But I really loved it. You could make and edit things at your own will without like having too much trouble. But I would recommend, if you were to make something, use Substance Painter rather than Blender. This is just procedural stuff. It was just me when I was lazy and I didn't want to do any Substance Painter. But yeah, let me see. So here I think I have... Yeah, here I have the top of the trunk. Yeah, I mean, yeah. You can do it for free on Blender, but it's just more tedious. It will take you more time. That's why Substance Painter is around, to kind of like do it quicker rather than having to do a whole like shader tree to make a tree, you know? Like it's crazy. But yeah, it was really fun project to do this one. All the lighting effects. This one came from a concept art from just a single frog, and then I just ended up creating a whole environment out of. I don't have the image, as you can clearly see, but yeah, it was a little frog. You have to like really deep analyze how everything looks, the components that you need, what shaders, how do you want the shaders to look, how do you want them to react, the camera work, lighting work, like how to where to place things. How much is just Substance Painter? I have no idea. You would have to check that out, my guy. Reset. Then let me keep on seeing. This is another one. I really like jumped around from different shaders, different like concepts. This one was the one that I was telling you. I was creating a robotic arm. Man, did I tell you that I hate creating like sci-fi stuff or like robotic stuff. Despise it. It's just crazy. Like I understand that it has similar components to real life things, right? But like, how do I tell you? Like, making them is just weird. Yeah, I know. This one I sculpted completely, so his topology is terrible. It has terrible triangle count. This was just for me to out of boredom, and I just wanted to create like something. So I started like sculpting and doing a bunch of stuff, but I did not do any topology on it. It would crash on me 24/7, especially with the shader work. But yeah, everything's sculpted. Let me see if it loads, because it's still loading. Yeah. Let me see. Okay, there you go. So I wanted it for it to look like more kind of like painterly type of look. I still think I could improve many things on it. For example, like an outer layer that looks kind of like as if it was painted on, or some stuff like that. Some outline on the back. I created an outline that it was just a big singular image texture on it, but something that would wrap around would work better. His eyes are too far back, I'm assuming. I think that could be, yeah, that's a bit weird. I could fix that, but yeah. And this is too in depth. I would have to like bring this more forward. Anyways, yeah. So I'm just looking at past work that could get really worked on, but yeah. This one also has like metalness. It has some metalness on it. What I love about normals is that it can follow all of the same like rules and components, such as like metallic, roughness, all that stuff. But the normal map takes care of how it's being rendered. For example, if I take off this normal here, I just completely take it off. Let me show you. Hold up. It's not doing it. It should show the same color. There you go. So boom, it's still metallic. It does the same effect, but this one has those ripples, those little effects here that you can see that gives it some sort of texture. But it has no other texture than that. Like it really is not painted. It's a singular base color. Look, it's a singular base color, and the normal map is what makes it look like it's textured. And it's a whole procedural work here. You can increase how much it is. I thought if you used the normal without the bump, it would look bad as fuck. What you mean? Bump it would look... No, so like bump, what it does, it grabs a gray map, like a height map, and then creates it into a normal. Normal map is like just the vectors onto the single texture map on the single map, right? And then you can just like plug those into the right into the normals, rather than having a bump plugged into it. Yeah. Normal. Okay, so there you go. Boom. Noise texture. Here you can kind of like edit it however you want. It's just very funky. I love it. Really love textures like these. If I do like a Musgrave, oh right, they changed it. What other textures are there? Magic texture. Let's do a magic texture. If I do a magic texture on it, magic texture is like very crazy. So I just want to see how it would react if set to normal. Yeah, I remember that Musgrave noise. Yeah. Ooh, look at this. This is a magic texture as the normal. That looks like carbon fiber. If I increase the scale, this is really cool. So now, yeah, you can play with the normals and have a bunch of like different textures and different effects. I really love this concept. If I've apologized this person, I would have gone crazy with shaders and fixed a few things. But as you can see here, let me show you. As you can see here, I sculpted it, so it's really bad. It's terrible, in fact. Yeah. But yeah, I'm totally fine. Woohoo. So let me just close recent. What else? I really don't know what else to show. I mean, there's a few things here and there. Let's see, how else could shaders be used? So the cool things about materials is that it can be used for different styles. Like you can just tweak a few things and just turns right into another thing. And right now I'm lagging. Let my textures work in. So this one has a bit better on topology on a few things, only on a few things. Like this shirt is terrible on it, on the topology itself. And then I could like fix a few things on the bed, but I just went fast. Same for the balls. The balls are way too high poly for no reason. So yeah, what did you send? Could you open a new file? I want to show you something. Yeah, sure. Give it a second. I'm trying to see, but no, yeah. I like the fuss and all that stuff. Okay. So everything you've shown. Also new general. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. So there you go. Got a new file. Shading. What do you want to do in shading? Noise. I'm adding a noise. Okay. Okay. Where do I connect it to? Base color? Okay, got a noise into the base color. What now? Oh, my neck hurts. Turn normalize off. Normalize, okay. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. Musgrave. Huh. I don't think this is Musgrave. Is it Musgrave? I don't think so. I don't think this is Musgrave. This is Musgrave? Oh, maybe, yeah. Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah, no, you're right. It is Musgrave. That's interesting. Oh, then I've forgotten completely about Musgrave like a good while ago then. This is pretty cool. Distortion. I forgot what I would do Musgrave for. I think it was noise, Musgrave. Combine these two into a mix. Oh yeah, this is what I would usually do. Okay, mix mix color. I would combine these two into making the coordinate, picture coordinate. Generated. Hold up. So I forgot how it went. Hold up. Okay, yeah, no. So it's generated. How did it go again? Generated. Hold up. I'm trying to remember. Was it something like this? Hold up. Object. So I remember it was object. Then put the object here. And you could combine like these two position things. What? I think I completely forgot how this went. Oh, it's because it's on color. It should be in mix. Okay, there, and then I think you would combine it to this. Oh, this is a bit crazy. This is crazy. Hold up. I'm trying to remember. I completely forgot, bro. Yeah, so I used to create like wood texture with this. I think it was like something like this. Yeah, you would create like wood texture and then you would combine it something like this or something. I don't remember. But yeah. So yeah. Some sort of like wood texture like this, and you do color ramp. And then you set like do another one for color. I give you your most. I appreciate it. No, because like I forgot how to do like wood textures without it, and yeah, no, this actually really helps. But no, yeah, so you could create like let me put this into base color. You could create like wood textures with something like this. Make it this dark. Right now my wood texture is not looking the greatest wood texture, but you get the idea. Let me see, because it's still missing a few things. It has the ripple effect, but it's missing like a gradient between them. And I forgot completely on how to do it correctly. But well, what if I do another noise texture up in there? I think it's gonna look very funky. Oh, this is interesting. I mean, that kind of works. There you go. A bit funky, but it's sort of wood. Yeah, what's up? Like, go back to just one noise texture. Okay. If you change the noise type, like, go back to just one noise texture. Okay. What's up? Which one? To one of these? Like, it looks different. It's like different. Are you saying like it's different? What's the dimension? What? Oh, you meant type. You meant this type. Multifractional. Yeah. This is type. There's like different types here. Really great stuff. Hybrid multifactorial. No, normalized. Yeah, no. I think it's only for FPM. But yeah, procedural stuff is incredible. I love textures like that. But no, yeah. Anywho, I think that's pretty much it. I wanted to touch on a few this stuff, but hey. Oh no. What's up, Annie? How you feeling? How you doing?
Pretty good.
Nice.
Thanks for sharing all that.
Appreciate it. No issue. I just went on a ramble over there. I was gonna round everything I had there. But no, yeah. What are you up to? What are you doing?
Taking notes, obviously, and yeah, just kind of working on stuff too as I'm watching.
You said you were like doing some Roblox stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just working on studio stuff. I do a lot of
What specifically do you do?
posting stuff.
What specifically do you do?
Oh, we just updated one of our games, so I was just making a
Ooh, nice.